we are outside. I'm gonna give you a quick garden tour to show you what all we've got so far. This year is not our, well, I was gonna say it's not our biggest garden. It probably actually is though. It's not the most plants I've grown at once, but it is bigger. Oh, we have a bunny. There he is. Yay. Okay, so, sorry, easily distracted, but I mean, they're so cute. So, anyway, we added some more flower or garden boxes this year. So that's why I'm saying it's like our largest garden, even though it's not really the most we've ever grown. Anyway, to the plants. Down here is this is our Three Sisters garden. This is the first time we've ever done this. We learned about it in school this year, like in homeschool, and we were just so fascinated by it that we decided we wanted to try it. So this is corn growing right now, and last week I planted the green beans, which are, they're not up yet, but they're like in front of the corn. Eventually the green beans, they're pole beans, so they'll grow up the stalks of corn as they grow. So it's pretty cool. This is some ivy that my daughter bought for her room. So this is technically Elle's plant, but it wasn't doing very well, so we decided to put it outside and see how it did, and now it's thriving. Like, there's a lot of new growth and everything. So unfortunately it didn't like being in her room, but I guess it's too dark or maybe too cold, I don't know. And then we have canna lilies, and then down here we have some vincas or periwinkles, and then that right there is a palm tree. The pot has daisies, and that's another palm tree right here. So they're little babies right now. They'll end up being full grown, like obviously. They're petite palms though. So okay, and more canna lilies. This one's actually blooming. I'm very excited. That is a moonflower vine that I'm hoping is going to grow up this post and crawl over there and everything. It's gonna be so pretty. There's our green pool. It is like an algae garden right now, but we're working on that. Okay, over here is the biggest box. We have basil, which is doing really well, some lavender from some friends. This is lemon balm, and I thinned out my bee balm, and they were both this huge thing like this, and this one was just taking over this whole space, so I thinned it out, and then they were leaning over, so I tied them together to support them, and it looks a little crazy. Here is our echinacea, and it actually has one in bloom already, and then all of these, where are we? There we are, will be blooms too. So it's going to be covered, and it's so tall this year. More of that bee balm, a different lavender, which is looking very pale suddenly. I guess it is thirsty. I'm not sure what that means. And this is oregano that is literally taking over. These are some different varieties of sunflowers and zinnias. Here we have beets. Here, hiding under some bee balm, are carrots. We've got a whole row of carrots, and then I waited a couple weeks and did another row, and then in a couple weeks I'll do that again. That way you have a variety of harvest times instead of all at once. We have cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and German Johnstons, I think is what it is. But it's like the big crazy looking heirloom tomatoes. I have a purple bell pepper and a red bell pepper. Over here we have broccoli, dinosaur kale, and then a pickling cucumber, and then like the straight 8 cucumbers, I think is what they were called. This little box is Gavin's. It is, he has named it his Spicy Boy garden, and it is Carolina Reapers and habaneros. Here we have zucchini, and these are all okra. Everything's looking very thirsty because it's almost 100 degrees. So this one is a little sparse right now. I don't know if I'm going to get anything. I planted some lettuces and they're not really showing up. So I planted some again thinking maybe the birds got them, but I don't know, it might just be too hot for them. These are spinach. This is sage, spearmint, and sweet mint. We have some more moonflowers in this one, which I love because it's got this trellis. This one is a blue potato, and this one is yellow, like Yukon Gold potatoes. We have a rosemary that was a little baby last year. It was like this big, and now it's very big. That is that bee balm that I thinned out of the garden over there. It's looking pretty rough, but maybe it'll pull through, I don't know. This is a hibiscus from one of my friends. And then we have a bunch of lilies. That's a rose bush down there. And some more of that bee balm and more daylilies. This is a grape. It's Concord grapes. It was a little twig last year, or actually maybe 2 years ago. And then last year it was growing and just kind of grew up the little, I don't know what this thing's called, the structure. And then this year is the first year that we're getting some actual fruit from it, so I'm very excited about that. And this is our very weighed down, heavy peach tree. It's got so many peaches on it. This is our elder. So, you know, elderflowers and elderberries. This is another one that was like a little tiny twig just last year, I think. And it really took off and is doing so beautifully. And I'm underneath my mimosa, which is one of my favorite trees. This is our blackberry bush. Looks like we might get some. A good bit, actually. Hopefully. And that's our little baby blueberry bush. So probably a couple more years before we get much off of it, but it's really nice just knowing that one day we'll have so many blueberries. And then these are some sweet potato vines that I'm needing to transplant. I started them from a sweet potato that was sprouting, and I just grew the slips and then added them into this little seed starter box. Alright, so that's our garden update so far. I will keep you updated because I'm really excited to see all of the beautiful things growing and, of course, cook some delicious foods. I almost forgot. We put these, where is my finger? There we go. These gutters on this fence to put strawberry plants in so we can grow some strawberries. We had that hanging, where, that one right there, and got probably like the equivalent of 1 carton last year. So adding 3 more plants, I'm pretty excited for next year because it'll take it will take them time to grow. Okay, we're back inside. It's just way too hot outside. It's not even summer yet, and it's 100 degrees, or almost 100 degrees. It was like 96, 98 today. So that's great. I actually love summer. I love the heat, but it's like just a little sudden, mostly for my plants, I think. That's really my bigger concern, I guess. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to finish the video inside so I could get cooled off. I don't need any video evidence of myself passing out from pots, so yeah. Anyway, so I will update you all as the plants are growing and when we add in different things, and hopefully, I think it'll be really cool to see at the end of the season, like the growth of everything as it grew, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. It's hot. Okay. So until next time, take care. Bye.